Go. Welcome to the Worlds Collide podcast. We're here. It's one half of Worlds Collide. I'm Paulina, the big sis. Little sis Angie is out.
On baby watch.
Baby watch. We are all on baby watch currently.
I know. It could go down at any time.
Anytime. I know. So we're joined by my best friend from high school, Jodi Bieber, a.k.a. Jodi Lambert.
I know.
Yeah.
A lot of people still remember me as Jodi Bieber. That's how I know it's somebody from Countryside or Clearwater. If I hear Jodi Bieber.
And you're a Bieber before a Bieber was a Bieber.
Yeah, before there was a 16-year-old pop star, for sure.
And do you get it all the time now? No, because people
really.
don't see it as your name anymore.
No, Barb gets it.
Barb does get it. Your mama.
I know.
Jodi and I have been best friends since high school. My longest white friend.
I know.
And also the top mortgage broker in the area. If you need a mortgage, you give her a call.
Shameless plug.
Right?
In Florida.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's in this real estate game, no matter what. We go up, we go down.
I know.
We feel it.
I know.
What do you got crinkling in your lap?
I know. So
you told me you have a surprise. How dare you?
I have a surprise.
How dare you?
We previously tried the strawberry Uncrustable.
Joe, you were the person who first introduced me to an Uncrustable.
I know. So
do you remember?
I feel like I need to blow your mind, and hopefully your cousins will agree in the cousin chat. This is a Nutella Uncrustable. Do you like
lovely.
Nutella?
I love Nutella. I love it. I feel like it's the European in me. Right?
This
is nice. What do we do to warm it up? Should we place it under our shirts, under our seats?
I know. We don't have a bike ride to warm it up. Let's test it out through the pod.
Oh, perfect.
And then see if it's ready to eat. But these ones are delicious frozen.
Oh my gosh.
But
okay. And I'm glad you got these before RFK Jr. takes them away from us. I think that's probably the most important thing.
That's why I call myself scrunchy, semi-crunchy.
I know.
You know, I will have clean ingredients,
Yes.
clean hair products, clean deodorant, but I will put away
an Uncrustable. I like this scrunchie. When you told me the other day on our bike ride scrunchie, I thought, how come I haven't been saying this? I like to, I'm all about blue light, this and that, being so good about all these things, and then I'll smoke 2 cigarettes on the weekend.
I know.
Look at me.
I know.
Yeah,
I'll smash some Uncrustables. It's balance.
It is balance.
Point.
It is balance. Joe, if you would have told me 30 years ago when we were in school that I was going to have a show that's listened to by tens of people. I know. Tens of people have listened to this show.
Listen, I think I've got 5 subscribers in this house alone. I know, but to you and Angie, happy 1-year anniversary.
Thank you.
I know. I don't think you guys celebrated
We
that
did not.
last
We
one.
haven't said anything. Our 1-year anniversary is actually on our brother's birthday, Tony.
Okay.
So shout out to Tone.
February 2nd?
Yeah, February 3rd.
Oh, 3rd.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like you really do know our anniversary?
I looked it up. 47 episodes in.
Babe.
1 year in. Happy
Here we
anniversary.
go. I know. Listen, we've been blowing the listeners' minds with our ridiculous stories. And by blowing their minds, I just hope they're laughing along.
I know. And I am the one white friend who gets most of the Albanian jokes.
Thank you.
And,
thank you to my longest white friend.
The Albanian grow up,
Yes.
Kokrec over here.
Yeah.
I know.
So
Listen.
you grew up coming to our house, which was 8 people.
Yes.
Grandparents, parents, and 4 siblings, and 1 white girl.
I know.
Yeah.
And still to this day, I am still deathly afraid of your dad.
Luigi?
He's still Mr. Collide to me.
Luigi?
I know. I can't help it.
He's like a cartoon character. You can't be afraid of him.
I know.
I know.
He's always like, don't call me Mr. Collide. Call me Luigi.
You can't take that mustache seriously.
I know.
One of my friends.
Listen, man, it was high school. I was 14.
I know. And honestly, mustache equals power, so you understand that, right? Right? So you get it.
I know.
You get it. When you told me you had a surprise, I thought for sure you were going to bring the notebook, our shared notebook.
I know.
You
The
did not.
notebook. I know.
You did not. It's probably
I gotta
best.
find that thing somewhere.
Please don't.
I know.
Please don't. I'd like to bury most of that.
I know. That was the best, man. Countryside in the 90s, right? We had that notebook, and I swear everybody wanted to see what was in that thing.
I know.
I wrote in it every day.
I know. We were weirdly best friends, which made no sense because I was a senior and you were a freshman.
Yeah.
Made no sense.
I know.
Our entire friendship.
I know. And then my sister was the same age as you.
I know.
And then you decide to go with the youngest Bieber girl.
I do. All of you guys were cool, but you were my favorite. You were my favorite. I was just listening to this podcast that was talking about like how kids are growing up today, and it says how much the Zoomers, so the kids that are born, I think Zoomers are, am I saying this right? 2006 on? No, who are Zoomers? You don't know.
The youngest, right?
The youngest. Yeah. You got 2 of them, don't you? Are they Zoomers?
So. I think
so kids who only know smartphones.
Yeah.
Kids who
They
grew
call
up
them iPad babies.
iPad babies.
Yeah.
They grew up with smartphones and then they were in school during COVID, either in school or college, and they kind of had that, and how it's kind of shifted and changed their brains.
Yeah, I know.
And it's made me like really long for the 90s.
Listen, if we had smartphones when we were growing up,
Kill me.
girl, I'd be in jail.
I know, dude.
No, because I mean, think about it. We went to parties. We listened to music.
Some of us went to parties. Some of us didn't go to parties. Calm down.
But when we did go to parties or go out, like we were just there. We were experiencing it.
Yeah.
Maybe we had a disposable camera and we took some pictures, some awkward.
Yeah, but for the most part, nobody was going to catch you in a picture doing anything wild, right?
Thank God.
I don't know what's happened to my algorithm on YouTube, but it started feeding me videos of the 90s. People that just have random like footage, either from like their house or whatever. And I found myself getting sucked into that hole. And I'm like, it's just nostalgia.
It is.
Dreaming for a day of like before we had this access.
I know.
Where everybody can access you, you know?
I'm glad. I mean, how many nights that we would roam up and down Ybor City or Clearwater Beach and
Yeah, the Clearwater Beach bump and bass. You remember that was a thing?
God, yes, I got a ticket for it.
You did? A noise ordinance ticket? Was it DJ Magic Mike? What were you rocking?
I don't even remember.
Oh, no. It's because you're a little older than me. You were doing like more of the club hits.
Younger.
Than you. Younger. Did I say older?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I know. Yeah, it was a lot of hip hop and club beats. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I remember just cruising up and down. Like, it doesn't even exist anymore in Clearwater
Beach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, and I always say this too is when does your brain register like the new version of reality? Because in my brain, when I go down to Clearwater, I'm still like, oh, I remember this. I remember this was here. This was here. And I'm like, what are all these buildings? Who are all these? You know who's still there? The Scientologists.
Oh, they are. I know.
That was like.
We used to scream out the window, Jesus loves you.
Oh, that's nice. Did they say anything back?
No.
Never.
They just keep walking.
They did. Did you ever take a personality profile during spring break? Remember? They used to walk around on the beach and ask people to take personality profiles.
No.
You didn't do that?
No.
You didn't dip down into the Scientology enough.
Because we were like super Southern Baptists. You know, we didn't converse with.
Oh, I do remember that.
Scientologists. I know.
That was another thing about growing up.
I think I was secretly scared of them too.
Of the science, yeah. Because we didn't understand.
No. Yeah.
Right. You didn't know that Tom Cruise was going to jump up on a couch one day and love Scientology so much, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. When I drive down to Clearwater and, you know, we went down to the old neighborhood and it all looks so different. I remember everything being so big and like
vast.
So different. I mean, even driving past the pit.
Oh yeah, the pit.
I was like, wait a second, that was a lot bigger and cooler.
Yeah, the pit was cool. The pit was a spot where we would have our bus stop and then people would fight on half days.
Yeah.
Which was like a total thing. And it turns out not everybody does that now.
Yeah. I was never allowed to go there because my sister said I wasn't allowed to go there.
That's a good big sister.
No,
not
wait. Protective.
Oh, no, she wasn't.
No, I wasn't allowed to because only she could.
Oh, yeah. She's got to be a star.
Yeah, Lori had so many rules.
She's a star.
Yeah, like I couldn't listen to certain music that she listened to. I couldn't go to the pit. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Look at you. No, not in anybody's shadow anymore.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be friends with Paulina. You can't be friends with Paulina.
That was probably the best alliance that you've made in your life.
I know.
And our number one fan is Jodi.
I know.
Tell me as a listener, you got any questions? Give me feedback first. Honestly, I like all the feedback.
Listen, I love when you guys go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories.
You
Obviously.
Obviously.
We could do a whole episode on those, but
okay. Yeah.
Because I know we're on the same
algorithm. I know. You know what's interesting though is I feel like I got the algorithm early, so I've been screaming the turn in the frogs gay for too long, and you were like, say what? And then when I just explained a little bit, sometimes you drive around here in this area and you see a bumper sticker that says Alex Jones was right.
I know. Yep. There's like 2 here in Newport Richie, and I point them out every time. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. I get it now. I know. But yeah, I love me some good conspiracy theories, but I do love like the Albanian stories. I love you know, when you guys talk about your family.
Stop, you're gassing me up. Give me crucial feedback.
There is no crucial feedback.
Okay.
I you know, I'm excited to see what's next on this chapter. You know, I obviously love the dynamic that you and Angie have. I love when you guys tell your stories and just crack each other up. That's great.
She does crack me up, but right now she's about to crack herself open, wide open, bust it wide open.
That baby is gonna come sliding fast, though.
Yo,
I know.
You think so?
Yeah.
And inshallah, with God's will, that baby comes fast and easy,
Yes.
and literally can come any day. I realized last night I put my phone on silent. I told her I wouldn't do it anymore. I told her that starting over the weekend that I would keep my phone on. I am on call for whenever this baby comes.
Yeah. Welcome.
I know. Every time we go on a bike ride and you're like, oh, I got to keep my phone on. I leave my phone everywhere. I try not to I know it's just constantly recording everything. So I try to trick my phone.
Yes.
I'll leave it somewhere and then dash in the other direction.
Yeah, I get it.
You can't.
I try to go on walks without my phone just to try to.
I know. Mom life.
Get rid of something. But yeah, mom life, man. You got to be on call.
At all times.
Yeah.
When does it end?
I don't know, because my oldest is 21 and I still worry and check in on him. You know? It doesn't go
That's
away.
such a timestamp for life to have a 21-year-old.
I know. It's pretty cool, though.
It is cool. It is cool. It is cool, but also wild.
I know.
And it's nice that your kids made it to adulthood and almost adulthood unscathed.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Y'all did a good
almost
job.
There. We're almost there.
Almost there.
But other feedback, let me see. I mean, I feel like I have questions for you.
Oh my God, tell me. Okay.
Podcast,
Let's get comfortable. It's just me and you.
Yeah.
By the way, Jodi and I do this. We just we ride our bikes.
Yeah.
We go on, our shortest ride is 13 miles.
Yeah, it's like 14, 15.
14 miles. And then sometimes we really rock it out to 20 plus.
Yes.
And then we just therapize each other. We just everything that's on our minds.
I had some good cries on the bike.
Yeah, for sure. Good laughs.
It's that first 2 miles where we're just screaming full force. We just got to get it out.
Yeah. And then this. And then we've been doing it for so long that you realize that the things we're screaming about tend to be the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
So then you're like, is that a me problem or a they problem?
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like sometimes it gives you good content for the pod.
Always, babe.
So,
always
content for the pod.
That's all that matters. We're doing it for the pod.
I mean, for you, what's been the biggest ride for you in this last year? Now that you've hit the 1 year, what's been?
Oh, for the pod?
Yeah. What's been your
favorite? Honestly, setting up the equipment solo was insane.
Yeah.
I can't believe I ever did that. I studied television news. I was in television production in high school. Do you remember?
You were the face of UPC News.
Thank you.
Thank you. But nobody tells you how hard it is to set up a soundboard, a camera, a ring light.
You're right.
Make sure you hit record not once, but
twice. Right. And I never had to do that in television productions in high school. I never did it in college, even though I studied it. It was I just kind of skated by and let somebody else do it for me. So that is probably, and I've always wanted to do a podcast because I got a motor mouth. And I think what stopped me for so many years is I have no idea how to set up the equipment. Yeah. And then Lou Pearlman and Royal Court Studios blessed us with 30 episodes and then the equipment. And I was like, here you go. They send us off on our way. And now I got no half of Worlds Collide. No. And I'm doing this.
Good for you.
I know. You see how I'm leeching and latching on to my best friend from high school? You see this? I'm like, please do this with me.
We'll figure this out. Thank you, Angie, for the video.
Yeah. I told Angie I was going to solo pod and just kind of tell her what's going on in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so this is what I got so far.
Yeah, listen, I hope I don't sabotage your.
You're not gonna
your stars.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask. 5 stars, please. If you're listening, 5 stars on Spotify, 5 stars on Apple.
Don't give me feedback, all right? I'm not the professional podcaster.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Who's the white girl we like? We like this lighter shade of girl."
They're gonna be like, "We like the funny sisters."
That's so sweet.
We like.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Are you wondering what's been happening or in the week? Do you want to know what's on the tip of my tongue, on the top of my mind?
Yeah.
You know how we were talking about this yesterday about how people are freaking out that Elon's taking people's social security numbers?
Yes.
Well, here's the deal. Sure, they're uncovering absolute fuckery. They are uncovering just spent money, wasted money, trillions of dollars of wasted money. Absolutely.
How many times can you say the F word?
I think I hit it.
Okay. All right. Just wondering.
You can say it as many times as you want. I try to watch it because Luigi, my dad, says, watch your foul language. Yeah. Even though I don't think he's ever watched this. Okay. So it's 5 minutes.
All right. Sorry, go ahead.
And he listened. And he listened to Angie rip it with the F word. So the Elon thing, right? Here's the thing: is that the Republicans are all about Elon Doge, here we go. The Dems are like, oh my God, he's gonna take our social security number. But I think what the real issue is when you zoom out and see what Mr. Global is doing. Who's Mr. Global? We still don't know. They, them, Vince McMahon.
Yes.
We like to say it's Vince McMahon.
Yes.
So Mr. Global here, I think what's really happening is this is going full digital control. What's happening is you enrage the Americans by being like, can you imagine? This is how they've wasted your money all this time. And then what they really end up doing is put everything on the blockchain. Everything is AI. Literally, I think Elon said today about there being an AI god or something and creating this thing that's going to,
it's too much.
It's too much.
See, when everybody starts to get angry, and then because you can see everybody getting fired up on Facebook and the comments and stuff, I gotta stop.
You do.
I'm like, it becomes too much.
I know. I think they do it.
Yeah, when I catch myself getting angry, I mean, because right now, I'm angry about the millions of people getting Social Security checks.
Oh,
because they're dead.
Yeah,
and I'm like.
Yo, if you watch one of the episodes, maybe like how many weeks ago, we did one called Scam Zones, and it was about how the blue zones are fake.
Yeah.
So it turns out all the places that they said that people lived the longest, it's because they didn't realize they were still sending Social Security checks to dead people.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. You know, these ones that are politically charged, but they those are the ones I gotta like stop.
Always.
You know, give me some good ones about everything like RFK is doing right now, and
I know,
you know, talking about like the flat earthers, you know, some of those fun ones.
Some of those are really fun. Let me tell you, when you dive into the flat earth stuff, it's fun.
I know.
It's fun. And if you're like semi-dumb like me, you're just like, yeah, this totally could be true.
Yeah.
Right? Is space even real? Is there the core center of the earth? Who knows?
Yeah. That's where like the scrunchy stuff, I'm like, okay, some of the scrunchy stuff, I'm like, all right. Yeah. I could spend a couple of hours scrolling on the political like ones and the tech ones and the global elite or whatever they want to call them. Those I'm just like,
it's too much, right?
No, dog. I gotta stop with those.
Well, you know, Worlds Collide podcast, we're never trying to be the news source because we obviously get our news from War Mode and Tim J. Dillon.
Yeah.
So Tim Dillon and War Mode.
Sometimes I get it from Mira if she DMs me some posts on the gram.
I swear to God, my mom forwarding people things. I'm like, I don't think my mom understands algorithms. Like, Mom, everybody has their own algorithm. And my mom's like, no, I'm going to be your algorithm. Can I tell you that my mom, when Facebook first came out and she joined, she was a late joiner, but when she joined, the first thing she liked was fuck the government page. And then she used to just share memes from fuck the government. And I don't think she understood when she'd be like, yeah.
And then everybody.
Yeah. And people would be like, I love it. And then she was friends with like all my friends on Facebook and they'd be like, oh my God, I love it. Your mom's on Facebook. But also she doesn't like the government. I'm like, well, she escaped a communist country,
Listen,
you know.
I get excited when I scroll and if I see something and it says your mom has liked it, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Right. We're on the same algorithm.
Nice. I like that you're holding it down on this is on Instagram.
And Facebook sometimes.
And Facebook too.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you can see when they like it. I was like, oh, she liked that direct energy weapons post.
Yo, welcome to Thanksgiving at the Kalaj. Okay, if we're talking directed energy weapons, all day, son. All day. But let me tell you, my brother was a call-in to the Alex Jones show like 15 years ago maybe, talking about directed energy weapons and Judy Wood. So Dr. Judy Wood has a book called Where Did the Towers Go? The 9/11 stuff. And I think he called in and like talked about it, and which is like really his claim to fame, not his 2 successful bands or his many flipped homes
or his excellent artwork
or his or his, by the way, he has a cartoon called Schizo County. If anybody hasn't checked it out, Schizo County on YouTube, it's amazing. It's about these, I don't know, like South Park looking people, and one of the guys in the opening scene cuts off both of his arms because he wants to be transabled because he wants to identify as a disabled person. So he's transabled. Yeah. By the way, the trans stuff. Oh my God. Have you seen this Marcone thing that Candace Owens is doing? Do you know this?
No, I haven't. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole with her
I think
I know she's got some changes.
Yeah, I think you got to go to CandaceOwens.com. But then also I heard that she may have received some money from USAID. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know which way to go, but this is salacious. Apparently, Marcone's wife is a man, and it was his groomer. Groomer as in not like a pet groomer, as in a child groomer.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Jesus.
Yeah, so they put the picture side by side today, and it's, for sure. This has got to be, listen, I'm dived in and I haven't even watched it.
I know.
It's too much.
I know.
Are you in it?
Yes, too much. So that I need to, those wonderful fiction novels that I bought off of eBay, I need to start.
Oh,
I need to stop
I'm
with
halfway
the scrolling.
through. I'm halfway through one.
Oh, I've only made it one chapter.
Yo, it's got nothing next to child groomers, okay? Nothing.
I gotta stop.
Nothing.
I know. That's just too much.
Nothing. I know. And then you realize too is sometimes Twitter is what I love. That's my social media.
I'm not on the bird.
It's best. It's X.
Yeah,
okay.
X, that's right.
It's all black.
Yeah.
Right. Dark MAGA. Elon's doing it. Dark MAGA. Isn't that what they call it? Dark MAGA. I don't even know what dark MAGA is, to be honest. But yeah, and it's too much. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, it's too like cynical. It's too much of like what's going on bad. I also follow some health Twitter and Dr. Jack Cruz.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked this book called Forgotten Apothecary. And now, so it's basically everything like herbal or natural remedies and stuff. So since I've been looking at those posts and the people that post on there, I want to order that book. It's like $40.
Nice.
You know, it's all natural
stuff. That's your algorithm.
So that one's been giving me the algorithm of like people homesteading, canning, growing their own.
So what's up with your sourdough then? I thought you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, Scrunch.
Listen, I know. I
Tell
tried
me
the
what's
sourdough and your girl failed.
You failed. Sourdough. Angie's given sourdough classes in the midst of her Braxton Hicks contractions.
What isn't she doing?
I know. So go take
I'm just mad at myself. I'll pick it up again.
You will.
Too. Yeah. I think the other thing too is I think I screwed it up when it got so cold. Well, because I put it in the oven to keep it warm, and then
you turned on
the oven and melted everything.
It seems like a sourdough
rookie move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rookie move. But honestly, all you ladies in my life, I don't know why more people aren't baking sourdough
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to bake bread, sourdough, and have chickens just like everybody else.
Oh,
but
that's so nice.
You can't do that in suburbia.
You can't.
Newport Richie townhouse.
You can't. You know who did? Jenny McDonald.
Yeah, I know.
She got a big house, big yard, and chickens. Shout out to Jenny, who's also giving away eggs and sourdough breads.
What isn't she doing? She is a beast.
Yo,
I love you, Jenny.
Yo, dude, Jenny's the best. She really is. Another girl who we know from the middle school era.
Yeah, and she was friends with Lori.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I know how I just intertwined with.
It's a small world.
My sister's life and friends and became friends with all you guys.
I know, babe. You've been holding it down here. You were a true Florida girl through and through. You tan very easily. Okay.
This is from the bike ride.
I've never seen you burn. I've never seen you burn. This is like your Florida completely. Completely. I love it.
Thanks.
Yeah. So I think you are Salt Life.
Yeah.
I think you are Salt Life.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready for this warm weather. You know, this cold snap is
Don't do that. Don't you taunt
I know.
our listeners in the north.
People are like, 90, 100 degrees.
Yeah, and they have like snow on the ground. I said this to some of my yoga students the other night. They were from New York, and I was like, New Yorkers are like, and I say this with love because I have so much family in New York, but New Yorkers are like, who are those people where if someone locks you in the basement and then you fall in love with that person, they captured you and then they locked you in the basement? What's that called? Munchausen? Or no, it's called something.
I don't know.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Someone steals you, they lock you in your basement, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, I love this person. And they're like, no, you can go. And you're like, no, I want to stay here.
Yeah.
That's what New York is like. It's like they've been captured there. Someone locked them in the basement. And then if you stay long enough, you're eventually like, I love it. I love paying $15 to cross a bridge. I love it when the toll people are mean to me. I love it when the sun doesn't shine. I love dirty snow.
That's crazy.
I know. I don't want to go any more hard on the New Yorkers because I do love them.
I know. And we had my favorite New Yorker here for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, fucking Lisa.
Yeah, I know.
And why do we call her that? Because I had 3 Lisa cousins growing up. Yes. And you knew all 3 of them.
Yes. So we had to nickname each one, and hers was the easiest because she said the F word so many times.
Perfect. Yeah.
So that was my favorite. And I still refer to her this day as
I know, fucking Lisa. I think we hit our F.
I didn't get one in, so I made sure that I got one.
You did it. I'm proud of you. No, I'm just joking. You can say it as many times as you want.
I know.
As many times as you want.
Yeah. So growing up with all your cousins and family was cool. Like that's why when I meet Albanian people, like that lady I met on the plane,
wild,
incredible.
Tell me the story again. You're flying back from Michigan?
Yeah, from Michigan.
Which is where a lot of Albanians live.
Yes. Yeah. And
Detroit,
we just started chatting about, her son, and he's got some health issues, and we were chatting. She's like, she, I guess, somehow introduced herself as Albanian. And I asked her what her last name was. And of course, she said it the American way, Kalaj. And I'm like, Kalaj? As in Kalaj? And she's like, you said it better than me. She's like, your Albanian accent was better than me. And then was like, my best friend is Kalaj. And she's, of course, asked, what's her dad's name?
That's
what they always go to Luigi. I'm like, Luigi. She's like, oh, yeah, I've seen him at some weddings.
That's so cute.
So I'm like, all these Albanians in my life that,
that's so sweet.
I constantly meet them. And then sometimes I think I hear Albanian, like when I'm out in the stores at the grocery stores and stuff. Yeah. From the few like swear words and inappropriate things. Yeah.
Is it possible that maybe you're like a magnet for Albanians?
Yeah. That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah. Bring them all.
More importantly, did you get her to subscribe to the World's Collide podcast?
I did. She took a picture of the podcast, the name, everything. So hopefully she's listening.
Oh, nice.
Because she was totally down to talk.
This is what I tell people when people secondhand find out I have a podcast.
Yeah.
Is they'll say, why didn't you tell me you have a podcast? And I'm like, it's not for everybody.
No.
I got to start with that.
No.
I'm like, it's not for everybody.
My kids sometimes are a little confused by it. My mom clearly is confused. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. But it's just sometimes like I listen to it most of the time, either driving or at the gym. And it's just easy listening. It's fun. It's funny. It's light.
Thank you.
We want it too serious.
We want it to be an easy hang. And now that we transitioned into Angie's maternity leave, it's very interesting to see what's going to happen here. I threatened to solo pod. Solo podding is not that easy.
That's going to be hard.
I know. So I figured if I just do talking directly into the camera and telling Angie everything I've read on Twitter or listened to on War Mode or Tim Dillon, and then just giving it to you that way.
But you've got some dope people in your life too. Like
I do. I could spread the
God, it would, I would love to see your brother on here. That would be so fun. You guys just talking. That would be great.
I never even thought of that. Oh my God. Do you think I can get my one half of TTLT on here?
It still would be awesome if you got Luigi on here too.
Oh, I know.
That was probably one of my favorite episodes, was the Luigi episode.
Oh, Daddy-O.
Yes.
Okay. That's so sweet.
I think I laughed the entire time.
Did you really?
Yeah.
We should try to get him on. I wonder if he,
just throwing it out there, so that way you don't have to solo.
No, that's a great idea. And if we were to pod, I'm trying to think where he would be most comfortable. It's probably outside by the pool where he smokes.
I was just going to say that. I'm like, it's got to be by his pool.
By his pool. He's always sitting outside by the pool.
Will you have some lambs hanging behind you or anything?
That's when he was smoking. He was smoking ribs, okay? He was smoking ribs. The lamb, we put the spigot through and then we turn it. Okay. The smoked ribs, he hangs from the pool, from the bird cage that covers the pool, so that he can let them dry out a little more. Okay. But he's really proud of his smoked meat.
That would be a fun one. I don't think your dad could make it the whole episode. I think he'd get bored.
Yo, ants in his pants, okay? I went to church on Sunday, and he's the usher at the church, which is like the perfect job for him because he can't sit. He can't sit still for an hour, but he loves it. He gets to stand. He gets to move around the entire time. You go here, telling people what to do. It's his favorite.
Right up his alley.
Right up his alley. I get so triggered by being told what to do, So even when he's like over here, I'm like, I want to sit over here. But I just let him guide me.
But yeah, I think you've got definitely talk to Angie through it too. I think that's great. But you've got some cool friends, cool people in your lives. I bet you people would want to come on and you make it easy to talk to. Easy to just have a conversation.
Thank you. It's very sweet of you. I used to think about this when I used to take a lot of Uber pools. Uber pools are like mixed, it's a whole bunch of different people. And I used to stop my job and then I would jump into an Uber pool, usually about 2:00, and go to wherever that I wanted to when I lived out in Cali. Mm-hmm. And the conversations were fire. When you talk to strangers, and if you have a limited amount of time knowing you're never going to see them again, what you get is gold. True gold. Yeah. Everybody's got gold inside of them.
Yeah. Maybe that's one of your episodes. Just go on Ubers and just interview people.
I've talked
that's what the youngsters are going. They're going out with those little mini microphones they're just going and
if that means that we could ditch all this equipment and I can just go with a mini mic and ask people things. I've been dreaming of this.
That would be great.
Dreaming of this. There used to be a guy called John Stossel that was on, now I'm really aging myself, but he was a news reporter for ABC News, and it was 2020. Okay. So he used to have this segment called Everybody Has a Story. And the idea is that they would throw a dart. They would start at the newsroom. They would throw a dart on a map and be like, okay, we're going to travel to that town. John Stossel and a camera crew would go to the town. Then they would go to a phone booth and open up a phone book and close their eyes and pick a person. And then they would go visit said person. And the idea was that no matter what, everybody has a story and that you can get their story, And John Stossel, strong mustache, maybe a personable guy.
Yeah.
He was able to do it. I think I can do this. I think I could be the next John Stossel.
Yeah, but sans phone books. How do you
Sans
find
phone book.
How do you find a random person?
How
These
do
phone
you?
books don't exist anymore.
Okay. Do you remember chat room roulette?
Yes.
Kind of like that, maybe.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Where you would like, actually, I didn't quite understand it, but
Yeah.
like, how would that happen? They would spin you through people and then you like stop and you're talking to somebody.
There's still apps that do that now where you randomly, I don't understand how it works.
Yeah.
But you randomly get on screen with somebody and you can either, I think, keep clicking to somebody else.
Could you imagine?
Or you can sit there and talk to them.
But I want to do it IRL.
Yeah.
Right? Totally real life.
For sure. For sure.
Totally real life.
Bringing back all the good stuff.
Bringing back IRL.
Yes.
Speaking of, did I tell you I got asked out by a very young guy a couple weeks ago?
No.
Yeah. Crystal and I were out doing our normal thing, you know, having a couple skinny margs. And these young guys came up to us with full game. I was shocked at because of their age that they were able to like spit game at us.
Like 20s young?
20s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
I know. And then everybody's like, why didn't you just go for it? And I'm like, I kind of made this rule, that I can't talk to anybody who's born before 1987.
Okay, fair.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's like right around.
I'll tell you what. The Childhood Vaccine Act was passed in 1986, and that's when they opened up the floodgates to just allow so many shots into people. So today's youths, 72 of those shots, right?
Yeah.
Versus like, and then a phone in their hands at all times. So they've been programmed in a different way, in a way that maybe doesn't flow with my joy. But I like somebody who's a little more old fashioned, a little fewer bits of metal in their body. Yes. I want them to age with me well without getting dementia or Alzheimer's. And then, so shout out to that really hot guy that hollered at me and said,
shout out to you.
Shout out to me.
Yeah,
shout out to me. You're right.
Pulling that game.
You're right. Shout out to me. He came up to me and he said, he walked by and then like walked by again, which I thought was really cute. He passed me by, did the turnaround, looked, and then walked back straight up to me and then says, are you into younger guys? And I said, what makes you think I'm older?
It's fair.
Burn. I thought it was fair too, but he knew how to backtrack out of that one too. Really cute.
Okay.
Really cute. Yeah. So if I can get more of that,
yes.
magic dust.
Anybody sliding in your DMs? No.
No to those?
No, I'm saying you want it IRL.
Oh, you're right. I do want it IRL, but shout out to everybody that does slide in. Yeah, shout out to our listener in Palm Springs. What's up? And all the War Mode fans. We love you guys. Somebody said we're the female War Mode. That is the highest compliment. I don't want to pretend like we could even come close to that, but my goodness, if we could be the female War Mode in training or the dogettes.
I guess I need to brush up on the War Mode. I know that's the one.
You hated on me so hard for that. You hated on me so hard for that. You said not to be in love with podcasters that I need to date in real life.
Listen, do you want?
It's a great time to stop. This is a great time to put a pin in it. We've talked enough. Should we check out these Uncrustables? See is it?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, these are delicious. Oh yeah, I think they are.
This is ASMR. Do you hear the plastic opening up?
Yeah.
It's nice and spongy.
I know. So
cheers.
Cheers to your Nutella Uncrustable. I want to see you enjoy it.
Honestly, that was mostly bread. Here we go then.
Paulina reacts live. You like the strawberry batter?
I like the strawberry batter. I do, but this was great. With a mouthful. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Babe, we knock mics. I tell you I love you.
I know. I feel like we could just sit here and talk forever.
All day.
That is the fastest 30 minutes of my life.
We could just keep going and going.
I know.
This was great.
I love you
so much.
Love you too.
God bless you. God bless you guys.
Yes.
God bless the baby that's coming. Angie, we love you. We miss you.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Oh, I like this. Like a real YouTuber.
I get to share on my socials.
If you want a mortgage, holler at your girl, Jodi Lambert.
Gosh.
Jodi Lambert. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.